Hello and welcome to your ninth tutorial on JavaScript. And in this lesson, we will learn a lot of things about using JavaScript and HTML together. Namely, we will learn how to remove, replace, and append child of a particular tag in HTML. And additionally, we will create an event listener for a button. So if a button is clicked, we will see this and we will create some action connected to this button. So we need to create a button like this one we have on the screen by writing the following: button click me, closing the button tag, and let's write here on click, which means that the function will be executed when the user clicks on the button. And here let's write change and put brackets. This will call a function named change. Don't worry if you don't know a lot about functions. We will learn about them in a different chapter of this course later on, and we will go in depth about functions and parameters and arguments and etc. But right now we will keep it really simple, so don't worry. Now let's go to the main.js. And let's put this function, this action of changing the inner HTML into the function. So let's create a function change brackets. Just copy the same thing I'm doing right here, and you will get a function, working function. So Ctrl S, we save the file. Now let's refresh. So we refreshed and we see this text. This is my first text. Now we'll click the button, and as you can see, voila, the text of the header changed. Now it's 111, not the previous text. So by using this onClick and by creating a function, we were able to change HTML while being on the web page. Now let's learn what are the childs. For this we will need a parent, and we'll create a div tag in the HTML and give it an ID of container. This is because it will contain some of the information. Let's move it up, move the h3 up, and let's close the div tag. Div tag is basically a box in which other tags are stored. Now we will be able to create another h3 tag in the HTML using JavaScript, but for this let's first delete this action. Let's create two variables. Variable text, which will be equal to document dot create text node. Just copy what I am doing. Later you will understand how to do it yourself. And let's write hello text right here. Now let's create another variable h, which will be a header. Let's create document dot create element. Let's put the name of the element. So we need a h3 and the semicolon. Now let's put the text inside of this header. So we'll write h append child text. And now in the function, let's append this child to the div right here. So let's replace the get element by ID of p variable to the container, save, and now let's append h to p. Append child h semicolon, and let's refresh our page. Now let's click the button. Voila, as you can see, another text appeared. It appeared once since we appended the child to the div container, and now we have the text hello. And we can also delete this text or replace this text. So let's first delete the child. Let's write p remove child, and for the remove function we need to go to document again, get element by ID, and we know that ID of the h3 was 1, 2, 3. Let's save the GS file and refresh the page. Now let's click the button. As you can see, the text successfully was deleted. And if you click the button again, the error in the console will appear. That's because there is no element which we are trying to delete, really. Now let's try to replace instead of removing the child. So we'll write replace child, and we'll target it the same way as we did for the remove child, but here first argument should go the h variable, and it will replace the element with ID 1, 2, 3 with the already established variable h. So let's save this GS file and refresh the page. And as you can see, our page is refreshed. Now we can click the button, and as you can see, the text is replaced. It's not removed, it's not added to the text, it's replaced. So now you know how to create, replace, and remove childs in the HTML document using JavaScript, and also you know how to create basic functions on the after clicking on the button. So as your homework will be to create 3 buttons which will delete, replace, and add child to one parent element.